Anyways, listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve. Currently hanging down in the basement waiting for people to hop in. We're doing it old fashioned today, just using the phone to live stream. Because I'm going to be moving around the basement and having a good time. You can hear all the creaking because we're working on trying to organize down here a little bit more. Got some more shelving up. So I figure we'll get some people to hop in and then kind of go over things and then open up some random How to Train Your Dragon stuff I bought today. Because I wasn't sure how I was going to do on the channel, so I didn't go crazy. I pretty much seen that the Red Death Dragon hasn't really had any reviews yet, so I was like, all right, cool, we'll grab that. Renez and I will work on that tomorrow. Also, picked up for Casey, got a glider toothless, so she could throw it around the backyard and probably wreck the crap out of this thing. Honestly enough, I was kind of thinking this would be made for a funny hammer video. I don't know if we're going to do that, at least with that one, but I will promise that if these things don't do that well in terms of reviews, this for sure is going to get a hammer. But I decided to grab a couple of random How to Train Your Dragon figures. We'll see how they do on the channel. If they do solid, I'll pick up some more of them, and we'll review everything. If they do solid, if they don't do solid, hammer time. Also think it's funny this thing has rubber wings. The only thing I currently hate about these things is that they all have exposed parts to the packaging. Playmate figures, not that I'm aware of. I'll be honest, I haven't really paid that much attention to what the figures are available, but from what I've seen shopping, they're all pretty much this size for the dragons. And oddly enough, there wasn't the twin-headed dragon, which I thought was weird. I don't know. And then I'm going to be honest, we were really bad because it's been a hot minute since I've watched How to Train a Dragon. The red one. It's only a Target exclusive, and you had to buy the multi-pack in order to get it. So you can't buy it loose. Well, you can see on here, the Deadly Natter and the Gronkle, you can actually purchase with Asteroid and Fish Legs. And the Toothless you can get by himself, which this one, I believe, is slightly different than also the multi-pack that you can get from Target. And then there was a mask. I thought the mask was kind of cool because the mask actually shot mist out. There's also a light up Toothless, which is pretty sweet. Yeah. Like I said, it's not really Playmatey size. Like it. This thing is gigantic and also weighs a ton. But that'll probably be like the last thing we do. We'll probably unbox those because I don't know how long I'm going to stream. Because I'll be honest, I'm kind of tired. Casey just went to bed, and it's my birthday tomorrow, and I still got to try to do some filming with Arnez and what have you. So I still actually have to do YouTube-related things tomorrow. I don't know if I might work on doing some commission stuff tomorrow. Not 100%. Kind of just depends on how the day goes and how I'm feeling. But I guess first and foremost, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of an update, we're going to flip the camera around. Maybe. So far, just 3 things. Because, again, YouTube algorithm isn't the friendliest thing around here. And my wife was not sure if she wanted to pick him up or not. Because she's the one that super loves How to Train Your Dragon. I like How to Train Your Dragon. But I never owned anything from the animated series. But I saw these on the shelf and I kind of digged the way they looked, if I was going to be honest. They're by Spin Masters. So like I said, I grabbed the Toothless, I grabbed the fancy dragon, like the expensive figure, and then the soaring one just because it's something fun to mess around with. I should take the day off, but probably not happening. Definitely going to do some filming. I was hoping to do filming today, but that went out the window. Arnez is doing stuff with his wife, so I couldn't get him over today. And the day before didn't really work out either. So it's pretty much tomorrow we're bust. Could try Wednesday, but I doubt it's gonna happen Wednesday. Like I said, we've been trying to do a lot of organizing, which real quick, if I get it flipped over, we got more shelves. So here's my jacked up craft table at the moment that I'm currently in the process of retidying up. Slash the printers have to go back outside. So that's gonna be on the agenda is tidying up this back up. This is all stuff that's got to go to the garbage boxes, go out to the garage. Cat. But we got some new shelving, which you'll see here. I put my helmets here. I think what we're gonna do, at least for now, is this side because it's gonna be what you guys are gonna see when I'm doing like the how-to stuff downstairs. Which I'm gonna try to do more of because once we get the basement pretty well clean, the dog can come down here and I don't have to worry about much. Because how it was before is there was crap everywhere. So I was really worried about Ripley chewing on something she's not supposed to. But for right now, I think this is going to be where like my commission stuff's gonna sit that I'm gonna be working on slash helmets. Because there's like that one I still gotta finish up, and then some random Star Wars helmets I was thinking about doing some stuff with. I did, like I said, I didn't see that one when I was out when I was shopping. At least at the Target that I went to. Okay, I'll have to check that one out. Yeah, like I said, I didn't see that one there, but it also like because some of these are exclusives. I'm imagining at certain places. But you'll see here, Jessica started moving her Jurassic Park stuff back around because the game plan. I'm gonna bring you with me because I'm getting kind of thirsty. I haven't seen any of the Rebirth stuff yet, so I'm kind of waiting on. That's what I'm actually looking forward to. But this is going to become the vintage shelf. So this has all the old Jurassic Park stuff. So you got like the chaos effects, the vehicles, all the dinosaurs. We have a lot of the human characters. You can see like there, but I think a lot of them are kind of hiding in the chaos effect trailer at the moment. But she's still working on stuff because there's like all this that's got to get moved around. There's still some vintage stuff hanging out here. So we're currently in the midst of moving that. Same with I gotta shimming of this stuff around. So you'll see it's still a little bit piled up here at the moment. Because this is like my retro video game stuff. My arcade cabinet. And what I want to do is get the Jurassic Park shelf pretty much over here and then toss the arcade stuff against the wall over here because this is where all the plugs and outlets are at. So that I can hopefully eventually have gaming stuff set up here and then maybe get some more shelves to sit over here. And then eventually wrap up, get Jessica's craft area back up and running. And then the office here. Yeah, dinosaurs everywhere. Like I said, they kind of got jumbled up. Everything's kind of got knocked over. She's just been like collecting. It's just been kind of piling. So, like I said, we're trying to expand it out more so that the dinosaurs can have a little bit more room to breathe. Because the colossals have been taking up way too much space. Like they're currently just kind of on the floor here. So working on that. And then the office. As I say, sounds like Casey got back up, so we're gonna have to be a little bit quieter. But I worked on getting this stuff here up, so we got new shelves for some of the arcade things and the Jada Street Fighter figures, which actually just recently got Blanca and Sagat. So that was cool. I think we're gonna try to avoid being here for super long because Casey is gonna be going to sleep. Moved around the special cabinet with the prototypes in it and such. Let's get loud. Just busted all the heavy metal. And got some of the anime figures. Well, the not like the anime style figures, but not actual anime. In the cabinet. And then stuff for reviews is hanging out currently on the floor. I reorganized all the Star Wars stuff today because I'm hoping to make some more room in the near future for some more 12-inch stalls. Then that was pretty much it there. I got the Batmobile finally out, and then condensed all the turtle stuff into one area. Sorry, I had to mute it real quick in case he was getting kind of loud upstairs. And also recently, my wife, for my birthday, picked up the NECA Dimension X Vacation set. Okay, I'm going to be honest. It sounds like Casey's being a hassle upstairs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick you guys out here and mute you guys so I can go up there and help real quick. And I will be right back. Because for some odd reason, Casey really likes to give Jessica some trouble. So we're going to end up probably just doing some unboxing stuff out here anyways. So I think we're just going to work on that. If I can get this set up. Okay, I'm going to meet you guys real quick. I will be right back. I'm actually just going to sit you guys on the shelf here. Okay, that was a bit of a hassle. Sorry, guys. Oh, alrighty, where were we? Oh yeah. Well, I was just gonna show you guys the other thing. If I can grab it real quick, we're gonna be quiet. Just gonna track along in here. Grab this thing. Back out the room. Because I figured I'd show you guys the other thing I got for my birthday. At least an early birthday present. Is my wife grabbed this off eBay, which is a Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad bubble bath container, which is actually still factory sealed. Also, sadly, she did not pay $1 for it, I guess, because it was $1 on clearance. This is probably one of the neater things I've gotten in a little bit. This looks pretty dope. We're gonna stick that there. Yeah, she got some pretty interesting stuff for my birthday with that and the Christmas turtle set. That was something I was planning on grabbing at some point, just never really got around to it. And now I'm having the fun task of trying to unravel my phone stand, because I have it set up horizontally at the moment because I've been doing a lot of for the reviews. I have it set up for that. But we're just going to permanently fix you guys so we can open up some dragons. That should hopefully be all right. Good. All right. Just gonna kind of hang on this position here. I probably should grab a knife. Yeah. Let me grab a knife. Got some nippers and something to cut with. So what would you guys like to see first? I know I haven't seen too much comments at the moment. Not exactly what I was looking for. Top messages. I would like to see all of them. Okay, so yeah, just nobody's commenting, which is fine. Should we open the toothless first? Kind of think of the toothless. A lot of this stuff we're going to be doing full reviews of tomorrow. Well, I say full reviews, probably going to be on important reviews more than likely. Just got to make sure I don't lose our hiccup. I think it's odd with this. Oh, did you pick one up too? Sweet. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I mainly picked it up just because I hadn't seen anybody do reviews of it yet. So I was like, sure. It has like the best possibility of doing okay review-wise. And honestly, it's kind of sweet looking. It's sweet looking, plus could possibly turn into some views. Sign me up. Okay, so it's got the tail you got to peg in. Thankfully, pretty easy. It's relatively a good size. I also kind of dig that the wings are made out of rubber. So it's got like real feel, sort of like that Godzilla that we did a little bit ago. So he's got a bit of wiggle to him. The only issue with that is now it has these giant hinge joints on its shoulders, which isn't the most distracting thing ever. Pretty solid. It's got the saddle in the back. The only thing I find weird is a lot of the dragons, they made a lot more stylized to look, it's hard to say real, like more realistic. Well, Toothless still kind of just looks like Toothless. It hasn't really changed too dramatically. It's also kind of interesting that they got the giant logo on the stomach, sort of like the old play school dinosaur figures and such from back when I was a kid. They would do the same thing for like the stamps, so you know, like the company. And then the articulation, it's just forward and back. Pretty basic. And then the only rotation you mainly get is at the tail. I kind of wish the wings could maybe pose a little differently. Also, the mouth opens and closes. Is there supposed to be another gimmick? I feel like there should be like a flapping gimmick or something. Oh, there's stuff at the bottom. Tells me nothing. Okay. So I'm assuming there's no kind of gimmick for this thing. It almost feels like there should be a gimmick because there's like... Okay, I think that's just the weight keeping it in, if I'm assuming. But it's got a little spring for the mouth for opening and closing. And then not too much posability with the wings, but it's like if you're playing with it, you can sort of get it flapping. I like that the hiccup's pretty posable. It would have been kind of cool to have maybe some like articulation at the knees. Or not knees, at the elbows. But it's nice that the knees can at least bend. He's a little frog-legged right now. Don't mind him. kind of weird that, oh. Oh, so the legs go into the saddle. That's interesting. I did see that they had the exclusive, which I almost grabbed. I wasn't, but I wanted to see how good a couple of these were going to do in terms of views before I really hop in to grab a bunch of stuff. But anyways, he's got these little pegs here on his neck, and they actually hook into some peg holes in between the legs to keep him in place, which is interesting. I figured he would have had like one peg going into the body. Because currently I'm having a hard time trying to peg him into these things without his leg just popping right off. Gonna have to mess with that more, but it seems like it stays in pretty solid. So not too shabby. I like the size too. Like it's $15 for this. Is what it was at Target. Doing pretty good, junkie. So not too bad. Like it's something you just want to kind of like have like a solid toothless standing on your shelf. It'll do nicely. It makes me curious to see with that electronic toothless, how good that one is out of the package. Yeah, I was looking at it. It was like this. It seems like the set to get. Like if you're gonna buy any, like just buy a few things. You buy the you buy the Red Death. You buy the set, the light up thing, the light up toothless. Maybe if you want something a little bit bigger. And I thought the mask was kind of neat, a neat idea. Probably horrendous for an adult, but I thought it was neat nonetheless. Not a whole lot. Pretty much unboxed the toothless. Casey had a hissy conniption upstairs, so I had to walk away to do that. So I didn't get to show off too much of what I did in the studio. Sadly, in terms of organizing. Okay, got him in a little bit better. Just the way his legs kind of sit on there, just a little weird. Like he doesn't look comfortable. Not really at all. Okay. Kind of curious to see about this glider. I mainly just got this just because for my daughter to play with in the backyard. I'm trying to look. It's one issue of sitting over here is I get distracted talking and then I don't remember remotely where I put things. Like this was just on my lap. I thought this would be a fun one because then Arnez and I could take it outside to test how good it glides. Oh, maybe I should open this from the top. I'm regretting my decisions right now of doing this from the bottom. But this seemed like the one I was like no matter what gonna buy. Because Casey's bedroom's like all dragon stuff. And she has like a How to Train Your Dragon piggy bank and everything. Because my wife really likes it, so all the dragon and then all my old McFarlane dragons and stuff just kind of transitioned into her room. Oh, interesting. So that's how it comes out of the package. Guess who's gonna rip it out? Our little toothless torpedo. Oh, he's got a little weight to the front. That's good. It's also got a little bit of plastic so you can slot it together. I'm going to get this thing together and it's not going to come back apart for the review. Oh, I'm afraid. All right, so I think the game plan is I'm going to leave it like this for review purposes, but you kind of get the gist on how it looks. It's actually kind of sweet. I sort of dig this. I love that the foam looks like scales. And I know it's just the way foam looks, but the patterning on it's pretty sweet. How to hammer your dragon. Well, like I said, if they don't do very good in terms of YouTube algorithm, this one isn't long for this world. If they do good, then I have to hang on to it for review purposes. This is the one I thought would be kind of a fun one to do a hammer video with, just because we could set it on fire and fling it around or something. Oh, is that why? Okay, so that probably explains why I didn't see the twins. Well, that sucks. Well, probably you said you can pretty much buy the set and just buy the twins. You'd be pretty much good. But the problem is then you're like, you gotta find the twins at Target. You gotta find the other ones at Walmart, which is kind of what I was figuring. Because a lot of these new movies and stuff, like everybody has exclusives. And it's the worst thing possible. I wonder if this thing will fly since I only have a parseway in. I think we should test that. All right, you guys are gonna see down my alley here real quick. Okay, so we got there. We got our toothless. Just gonna kind of line it up. It did okay. I'll have to remember to go grab it. Again, probably not the best representation. Probably have to go in like the back of the alley behind the house and go throw the thing. Just clean out your closet. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of cleaning. I have an entire pile of boxes here that's got to go to the curb. Oh, the only thing that sucks is my garbage day is until Thursday. So it's got another day or two of handing out down here. Thankfully, it's just random junk that was accumulating from customs commissions, boxes, you name it. Look at that. What's the best way of opening this? Because the bottom's actually just sealed. And I don't really want to wreck the box. Yeah, somebody was mentioning at the beginning of the stream there's a smaller one. Which is cool. But you know how we work around here with our giant monster stuff. Like you need we need the big kaiju thing. Okay. Try my best to work this thing around the cardboard. Uh-oh, there went the wings. Also, real quick, you guys are about to die. There we go. All right, you guys won't die anymore. I forgot to charge the battery. I'm gonna be honest, the box made me feel like it was a little bigger. It's still pretty big. It's definitely got that like Jack's Pacific feel. It might have just been smarter just to literally cut away at the straps on the limb instead of just at the base. Now, I will say one negative for every single How to Train Your Dragon figure I've mainly seen is that all of them are exposed to the elements. So, for instance, there was 3 of these at Target, and all 3. Well, this one was in the best shape, One of them, like the front, looked like it was just like scuffed to royal hell. Oh, here comes my daughter. She is not staying in bed. Hi, I'm filming. She's on her way. But anyways, so they all had random damage on the front of their face, which was made me hurt my feelings. But we found one that was in okay shape, so we went with that. Casey, what you doing, bud? You gonna ride on your dinosaur four-wheeler? Ooh, good thing. You don't giggle at me. You're supposed to be in bed. Slotting everything in here.
No.
Oh yeah, is that a big dragon?
Oh.
Can you not grab my Freddy underhead and drop it on the floor?
Ooh.
I know, it's got eyeballs. She just kind of, she's tired, so she just grabs everything. Casey, no. Casey, no, no. Come here. Casey. No, no. Don't. Yeah, no, 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 nope. Stop grabbing stuff. No, 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 no. You little terror. That's it. Okay, you can see it. Ugh. There you go. Look at the dragon. Yeah. Is it pretty cool? Oh. It roars. I like that it has the damaged horn. That's pretty sweet. What does this do? Oh! Alright, so it's got the gimmick. Roar! Roar, 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 roar. Roar. Alright, don't go.
Wow.
What you doing? Yeah? No, we can't watch Teletubbies right now. No, we can't go back there. That's Daddy's table. It's got some pointy stuff on it. And it's got pointy things. Yeah, hi.
Oh.
Well, you gotta sit here. Come here. PTPs?
Oh, I did.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Don't push anything. Hey, Rat, how's it going? I'll try to show some Star Wars stuff here in a few. If it works. Who's that coming downstairs? Yeah, it's Mama. It's Casey's personal space. She does not know a thing about personal space. Yeah? No, you don't need to go over there.
You need to go back to bed. I only need you partial, Bubba.
She has this rider down here that we got to take upstairs. She is a messing around. Yep, it's time to go back upstairs. Mommy got Bubba for you. Bubba.
Hey, you've been asking for this, Love.
It never is it? Okay, hold on. You guys are coming on an adventure.
Dad?
Oh, I'm charging the phone. Watch. What you doing back there?
Dad?
Yeah? Well, you got to come here. There's hiding in the back.
Those are all Mama's plushies.
It's all like Jurassic Park back there. So, live streams prepared to become a horror movie and things just getting shifted around. Casey.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Dad.
Yeah, that's the office. No. Office also has things that probably don't need to be messed with. You can come back here? Get out. Here. Your request. You get back here. Thank you. We gotta show the dragon. Look at all the spiky bits. You gonna hold it? And it's got all these spiky bits on the back. Kind of looks like lava. It's got an on and off switch on the bottom. It's got slits in its neck for the speaker box. Sadly, posability, not the most crazy thing ever, outside of the wings. Where do you think you're going? Yeah, you. I'm trying to block her from getting to the table with my legs, so she just like it's just like "Oh, I'm just gonna army crawl under. It'll be fine. Get back there. Anyway, Dragon's Sweet. There'll be a review sometime in the near future. What's my battery at? Yeah, we're at 11%. Oh, get over here. You're a dork. Yeah, but it's pretty freaking sweet. Anyways, we'll be doing reviews of them tomorrow. So look forward to seeing. Hey, she's just throwing things. All right, bud. It's time to go to bed. No, don't you
fight
me.
it.
Come on, it's time for bed. No, mommy's gotta go take. Mommy's got a bath, and it's way past your bedtime. You can have your
Remember,
papa.
you're not at Grandma or Papa's
Yep.
or
It's time to go
any of your
upstairs.
grandparents. Or you
Yep.
like
Start
have
the,
too much.
start the car one more time. Yeah, it's kind of sad, but there she goes.
No.
She's making her way back upstairs.
No, she's not.
Was making her way back upstairs. Casey, it's time for bed.
Hey.
There's Servo. Right, Daddy's up, so I gotta be up. Yeah, that's my giant wood pole. At sometime or other we gotta swap. You need to go upstairs. Come on, let's go upstairs. You go upstairs. Go, Mama. While you're going upstairs, somebody requested Star Wars. We're gonna go find some Star Wars. Also, randomly, I was setting stuff up because selling some stuff on eBay, so that'll be in the near future. That's kind of what's in all these boxes. I was getting ready to move things. Because, like I said, we were doing some organizing, so shimmied that around a little bit with the prototypes because we actually got the anime girls that aren't anime girls up, and then moved around some of the alien video game figures. So we got the Street Fighter figures, and then recently, I showed this kind of off at the beginning of the stream. But we got Blanca and Sagat recently got in. Also a random small soldier thing I found at a vintage toy shop. Got the turtles all in one section now. Because they used to be kind of split apart, but I made room on the top here for the Batmobile. But anyways, for the person asking about Star Wars, got my 12-inch Kenner dolls. It'll focus. Casey does not want to go to nap. It's having a hard time because my lighting in here sucks. Ah, now unplug the other lights. All right, not going to be able to do much there. But all the 12-inch Kenner dolls moved around. So I got like the heroes on one shelf. The villains and the aliens are on one shelf. Episode 1 stuff is hanging out down here that I got currently. And then all the Black Series figures. I mainly just collect Mandalorian, from the TV show Mandalorian. So the villains are on that shelf. The hero characters are all on this shelf. Although I do have my custom Republic Commandos hanging out here too. Yeah, that's one thing I've been collecting for a long time. So it's like there's anime there, anime, Star Wars, comic booky stuff, Turtles, RoboCop, Power Rangers, Superhuman Samurai, more Power Rangers, AVP things, Lost in Space on the bottom. The giant wall of in-packaged alien figures. More anime behind this thing. And this is just the office. Like I mentioned, we're trying to organize this to get this to look a little bit more presentable as a collection, but this is where like all the dinosaur stuff is. Used to be organized, then it got really unorganized. You think you're slick, right? You think you're so slick hiding behind the vacuum cleaner. We see you. Anyways, we're going to turn the light off in here because pretty much done. Also got random Daffy's just hanging out on top of the TV. Arcade cabinet, video games, which I also gotta clean up. And then even more vintage dinosaur things. Like I said, it's all kind of mixed up down in the basement. We're trying to get it set back up to have some semblance of looking like a collection down here. So that's what we're working on currently for the down in the basement. Upstairs is still all the Godzilla stuff and like kaiju things are mainly all upstairs. Same with the horror figures; those are all in our bedroom. Oh, but anyways, I think we're gonna call it good because Casey's still giving fits upstairs. So more than likely, I might do a stream tomorrow. If I do, it'll probably be working more on the Zilla here. It's probably what I'll be working on if we do decide to live stream on my birthday. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be doing some filming with Arnez. Actually, now that I got that dragon all together, this thing is actually pretty freaking big. Like, you could beat somebody with this thing. It's honestly pretty sweet. Actually, for the price, I'm not that upset. It's like acceptable enough. I wish at the price it could pose a little bit more, but it is really big. So that's kind of cool. Not sure how I feel about it yet. I feel like I'm satisfied with it at the price I paid. Actually, I wasn't. It was 40? It's a 40 I paid? I think it was 40. I think I'm thinking of the multi-pack, and that was 50. Oh, thanks, guys. And then still, so far, my favorite birthday present I got this year is the Bubble Bath Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. The servo. It is the goofiest looking thing, but I love it. I also love that it still has the bubble bath inside of it. It's never been opened. So I'm tempted to be like, hey, if you want to do some donating, we'll make a bubble bath. We'll have superhuman bubble baths. I think currently it's probably got to stay wrapped up in the package because it's actually worth quite a bit more money being the way it sits than if I were to open it. I think that's pretty much it for all the exciting stuff. Like I said, mailers got the shelving up and starting to mess around a little bit with that. Also got to make more helmets. I got to do some more 3D printing of those sometime in the near future. So I really want to start doing like a RoboCop. I think would be really cool to do. Especially since I've been losing a little bit of weight. So I could possibly try to work on doing full body things sometime in the near future. Yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. You can help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe to Current Range today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, TikTok, and Facebook. Guys, like to be able to channel and donate, greatly would appreciate it. Oh, I forgot to show. It's gonna be kind of dark over here. This is also where like all my wife's like vintage plushies are at. So it's like all the old Jurassic Park ones are hanging out there, which I've been kind of trying to get her to move. Because the other thing we got to work on is getting the lighting a little bit better over here so she can actually do her paintings. So that's also on the agenda. Because I also have to work on some point. I got to redo the basement windows too sometime before it gets cold again. So probably over the summer, I'll probably be taking a few days off to work on that and do some other stuff down in the basement. Basement and the front porch I gotta randomly work on. But right now we're trying to get all the inside stuff all situated because that'll also make life easier when I do go to work on the windows, is there's not gonna be much junk hanging around. It'll just be moving some shelves and calling it a day instead of moving a crap ton of stuff to move even more things. So it's kind of double fold while we're going through and reorganizing and everything. But anyways, if you guys like to pick up some collectibles for yourself, like what you see and me walking around showing some things off, there's a link in the description for Entertainment Earth. It's a great way to support the channel, especially if you're buying not even more expensive figures, but like buying in bulk even. It's my go-to place because they do free shipping. Once you hit the price point, I think it's $80. They shift it around all the time, but they do free shipping once you hit a certain threshold. And then there's also Calcus Toys description if you guys want to pick up some high collectibles yourself. We have the 6% discount code if you can use code Steve Calcus at checkout. I can't talk anymore. I need a drink. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. If I don't, there'll be a video Wednesday. Probably be starting to get out the How to Train Your Dragon stuff. Anyways, see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.